Yeah, Justin, I tracked down these warrants, and they say that officers saw Otis Walker pushing and dragging the victim, Alika Simmons. They arrested Walker, but friends say Simmons helped bond him out. Weeks later, that's when officers say Walker murdered her here in this home.
If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Sister Alika Simmons posted on her social media, thankful for life. No matter how hard it may seem. She was telling everybody just to be thankful for life, no matter how hard life may seem. After making that post, 12 hours later, she would be found dead. And the person who killed her is someone who's supposed to love her, guide her, protect her from all harms whatsoever. But instead, this person was the main one to shoot and kill Alika Simmons. We want to extend our condolences to her family. We want to pray for understanding, healing, and comfort. But allow me to break this demonstration down to y'all so that we can get a better understanding as to what led up to the murder of Alika Simmons. According to reports, July 2019, Alika made a phone call to the police department. And in this phone call, she was expressing to the operator that, hey, I'm in fear for my life. But before she can get into the details as to what was going on, I can only assume that the man that killed her, Otis Walker, must have came in the room or came to where she was, because she just stopped talking to the operator and she started talking to him. And she asked him, are you threatening me? Are you going to kill me? And after that, the phone went dead. Alika made a couple of more calls, but in these calls, she didn't say anything. The operator picked up the phone and she just hung up. So we understand what this means, right? When somebody calls 911 and they don't say nothing and they hang up, that means that they are crying out for help without verbally crying out for help. I would like to assume that 911 operators understand this, because this happens often where people can't speak, but they just dial 911. So that's what she was doing. Now, during all this arguing and everything that's going on, the mother of Otis Walker gets up out of the bed. She goes into the room and tells Alika, hey, look, I'm going to give you a ride to the house. Unbeknownst to the mother, she did not know that the police, from the 911 calls, the police arrived to the residence and was knocking on the door. And Alika wanted to go out and speak with the police. In other words, she wanted to get away from danger. But the son, Otis Walker, held her back. No, I'm not letting her go speak to the police. And the mother, listening to her son, did not go to the door and let the police in. Instead, she went back to bed, thinking that possibly it's just an argument. They do this all the time. He has been arrested for domestic abuse on Alika before. They have a history of domestic abuse, you know, fighting all in the middle of the streets, fighting in the public, all that old type of stuff. But this is different. The mother goes and lays back down only to be awakened by a gunshot, a single gunshot. Once she hears the gunshot, she jumps up, she runs to the room. She sees Alika laying there, bleeding, bullet wound to the chest. Her son tells the mother, "I'm not going back to jail." Right after that, the mother, using her common sense because her damn son done lost his goddamn mind, she grabs 2 minor children and runs from the house. So that tell you where her mind at. She already know this boy done lost his damn mind. He done killed this girl. He done shot this girl in the house and talking about he ain't going back to jail. So what the mother do, she flees the house, runs to a neighbor's house and call 911 again and says, "Hey, my son shot his girlfriend." So now here it is, the police arrive back to the residence. But it's a whole different story now. When they come to the residence this time, old Otis Walker fires at them 19 times out the window, letting that thing go. 19 times. Shot one of the police officers 4 times. Then ran out the back door. Now, after this happens, or during all this, Alika is in the upstairs bedroom, unable to move, blood, leaving her body, life leaving her body. And while she's going through what she's going through, this man right here is gathering up stuff and he runs out the back door. Now, after this shooting, the police can't just enter the home now. Now they gotta call SWAT. And y'all know how long it takes SWAT to come. Y'all know how long it takes for SWAT to enter the house and do all the stuff that they got to do. While all this is going on, Alika is in the house, dying slowly. Cold-blooded demonstration. So once they enter the house, they find Alika's body in the upstairs bedroom or bathroom. But when they find her, it appears to them that he was trying to clean up the murder scene. He was trying to clean up blood and try to put her body in a position where, that he can hide the body, he can cover up evidence and cover up the murder. But when the police came, they messed all that up for him. And that's why he got to shooting at them. So now, here it is right here. We got Alika Simmons, resting in peace. We got Otis Walker on the run. And we have a police officer shot 4 times. Why? Let me explain to y'all why. Domestic abuse. All of this tragedy, all of this tragic stuff going on, all because of a man who wants to control a woman. And we have this woman who's not finna be submissive. She's not finna let him just control her or anything like that. She's not going for that. So she's like, nah, she bucking the system, which she has a right to. But had she known that it would have led to her death, I think she would have been gone a long time ago. Because according to reports, her family members used to tell her, leave him, leave him, leave him. But she thought in her mind that one day, just one day, he might change. He might be the man that she always wanted. He might be the man that love her, protect her, provide her security in life. But that wasn't the case. This dirtbag ass dude is the main one that took all that from her by shooting her and killing her. Let me say this right here to you women that are engaged in these type of relationships with these men that love beating on women. Look, all that thinking in your mind that one day he gonna change and he did black my eye this week, but then he bought me a car, or he dogged me out, disrespected me, but now we got a new house and all that. Listen, all that is done to control you. And as soon as you stop allowing him to control you, he gonna beat on you. And when he feel like that he's finna completely lose you, then he gonna try to kill you. We gotta understand something. We gotta start realizing things, y'all. This right here happens all the time. All the time. I don't care if you rich or you poor. This happens everywhere. White, black, Latino, Asian, Native American, whatever. This happens all the time. This domestic abuse and these domestic killings does not discriminate against race, religion, wealth. This happens to everybody. But the cold-blooded part about the whole thing is this right here. We know this. We see this. We hear about it. What are we going to do about it? That's the thing. For all you women, and even some of you men who are in domestic relationships, where a woman is beating on you and, doing what they doing to you, because we got to keep it 100. There's a lot of men that are in the grave right now because the women done killed them because they can't control them. So this thing right here is a double-edged sword. It goes both ways. But what are we going to do about it? Allow me to say this right here. Whenever you in a domestic and abusive relationship, the best thing that you can do as soon as it starts is leave. As soon as he put his hands on you, leave. Because let me tell you something. If he starts to put his hands on you, it's not finna stop. It's gonna continue to grow. Next, he gonna start hitting you with stuff, choking you, body slamming you, dogging you, disrespecting you mentally and emotionally, degrading you. It only gets worse. It don't get no better. It don't get no better. It only gets worse. And so the best thing that you can do in a situation like that, as soon as it starts, so that it won't get worse, as soon as it starts, leave. Call the police and stand on it. Don't call the police and put a restraining order on the man, or get one of those dankos, as they call it in Minnesota, where there's a court order where the judge say, y'all need to be separated. Don't do all that and then let this person back in your life. Because once you do that, what you're saying to him is that she cool with me kicking her in the ass. She cool with me blacking her eye. She cool with me choking her almost to death. It's okay. She don't mind it. She's okay with this. That's what you are telling your abuser, whether you're a man or woman. When you let them back in your life after leaving them, you are telling them, you are giving them the okay to continue that type of behavior. So if you mean what you say and you say what you mean, you can get away from that type of stuff. Now, I can hear some of you saying, look, I'll call my brother, I'll call my cousin and all that. That's not going to fix the problem. Why? Because that's just going to anger them. That's going to anger them. But one thing that I can say is that them chumps are scared of the police. They scared to go to jail. They don't like jail. So you gotta stand on that. Once you put them in jail, you showing up to court. Yeah, he hit me in the eye. He choked me to death. Him right there. Yes. And as soon as you hear anything, after you put him in jail, he bail out or something like that, and they let you know he bailed out, anything around the house and all that, you calling the police. If he tried to call you, you call the police. If he tried to contact you, third party, you call the police so he can understand. She ain't playing. She for real. Yeah, anything, you call the police. Letting them know, nah, this ain't that. You don't put your hands on me and think you finna get away with it. Nah, we don't play that. A lot of y'all probably are wondering, hey, Hood Educated, what happened to old Otis? You know what I'm saying? After Otis broke out the back door after killing Alika, what happened? Well, I am privileged enough. I am honored enough. I am filled with joy enough to tell y'all that he was just recently convicted for the murder of Alika Simmons and the shooting of the police officer. How much time did he get, Hood Educated? You saying he got convicted, but how much time did they give him? They gave him life in the penitentiary, plus 65 years. You might say, what? Damn, Hood Educated, they done gave a man life. What the 65 years for? Let me explain to y'all why they do this. Let's just say that the creator, God, Allah, Yahshua, whatever you might be calling them, right? But the creator of the earth, the heavens and the earth, decided to come down to earth and say, hey, you know what, guys? When you die, I'm going to give you another shot at life. Just one more time, and hopefully you will get it right. If the creator himself come down to earth and demonstrate a measure like that, when Otis died, he still owed the state 65 years. That's why they do that. I want to encourage all you brothers and sisters that are in these type of relationships right now. Leave. Get away. Because if you don't, you could end up dead. And that's just the truth about this matter. This is Hood Educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.